Okay, so now you're going to trim this seam to 3/8, and you're actually going to trim them together. So you're going to be taking off 1/4 of an inch. And I started trimming one, and then I realized, no, I'm trimming them both because we press this open. Okay, so just together, trim it just together. Go ahead and trim off 1/4, which means you'll be leaving 3/8. Okay, and when you get to this part where the seam is, you want to trim a little bit of this corner off. Okay, because otherwise that gets too bulky right there. So just trim a little bit like that, and then trim a little bit of this off too. Because when you're dealing with bulky fabric, every little bit helps. So just go ahead and take off 1/4, and you're leaving 3/8. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, and I'm just gonna, okay. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we are going to press this open now, okay? And so you wanna get a point presser. So I'll get a point presser and show you how that's done. Over at the point presser, and I'm just gonna put I've got this little press cloth. You guys can use the one we gave you. And I'm just gonna press that good. Get some steam going. Okay. And here's this part. Before I do that, you wanna clip. Let me show you the clipping. And then we'll come back to pressing. Okay, and when we clip, we're gonna stagger the clips. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clip this side here, and then I'm gonna go and clip this side here. Then I'm gonna clip this side here, and I wanna clip this side here. And you wanna get it to where it'll stay open. So it's mostly just the curves that you're doing. But I'm gonna clip a little bit into here. So then this one's pretty straight. So now let's go over here, and this one's not too much either. Okay, so I'm just gonna clip here, and then I'll go along and clip. I don't want to clip that, and you don't want to go too deep. I always try and keep my clips about 1/8 of an inch away. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and finish pressing it good. Okay. So this is a very different way to do a collar, different than any of the collars you've done. Okay, so but we do it this way because of the bulk, because we're dealing with bulk. So this collar will end up with this seam on the neck pressed open. Now some of your patterns may not have you do it this traditional tailored collar or notch collar way to do it for bulkier fabrics. And I've seen other ways to do it. If your fabric is not very bulky, you can get away with doing it a little bit easier, like a little bit more like where you sew the collar and finish the collar first, versus sewing one side of the collar to the jacket, and then we sew one side to the facing. Okay, so I'll finish pressing this good. And you can see how this is staying open good because I'm giving it lots of steam. The other thing is a tailored suit is usually made out of wool because you can shape wool and you can work with wool. And so that's why there's a lot of steaming and pressing involved. Okay. Okay, there, see how that looks? Okay.